Welcome back to Prison Architect, everybody. Welcome back to Morningwood, where, actually, I'm going to pause it. We currently have 4 more guards left to get this staff well-being initiative done. Okay, now this can be a real pain, because you need all of your staff to be well-rested. So, to begin with, okay, we're just going to buy 4 guards, okay? Now, where should we put them? Here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now, you know what we're going to do? We're going to fire them all. You're sacked. You're sacked. I'm sure there's some kind of, like, employment tribunal that like, exists to stop that kind of thing from happening. But just like that, we've completed ourselves a grant, okay? Now, last time we did finish one of the grants, and I didn't take another one. So we've actually we've got two that we can currently take, which is quite nice, I think. But I mean, what have we got here? We've got basic detention centre. Yeah, we could do that. We could do that. I think the only thing we need to do is build a holding cell, which I guess just means like repurposing one of our rooms. Yeah, look at that, perfect. And we've got a reform through. Okay, that could be kind of cool because I reckon we should build like a proper college, if you know what I mean. Rather than like just having a couple of classrooms, we're building like a proper college they can go to that will have a canteen and everything, you know, where they can kind of spend a day studying, learning about like, I don't know, bricklaying or maybe biology of some kind. Perhaps like neuroscience. I don't know what it is that prisoners learn in prisons, honestly. I mean, that one is a bit of a pain, though, because it does involve having a general education pass, and that one tends to be a bit of a nightmare, I'll be honest. So maybe we'll take the barbershop one for now. Okay? Like, it'll be an interesting experiment. It'll keep it in our mind, okay? And we'll know that we just need to go back and kind of... When we do our commercial district, we will just need to build ourselves a nice barbershop, okay? Now, annoyingly... It looks like all of these dormitories are currently used. Now, what is it that a holding cell needs, exactly? It needs 5x5 enclosed, indoors and a bench. Okay. Okay. Okay, have we got any rooms with benches that we could just kind of, you know, repurpose slightly? I mean, we could do that, but it would be a little bit of a pain. Now, I mean, if we've got a 5x5 space somewhere, that I could just kind of jimmy to make a holding cell quickly, we could do this, couldn't we? See, I'm just thinking about cheating it, alright? We tried the holding cell thing and it didn't work very well for us. Okay, so we're going to high prioritise this job. We're going to make a room. Where's the holding cell one? Hold it. Oh, look, it's already selected. Perfect. See, that's not enough to pass the challenge. We have to actually build the bench. Hey, dude. Oh, come on. Do you really have to go and pick up a bench just to build it? Alright, fine. Just do that for me quickly. We're going to stay here and just wait for this to happen. Like, the one thing I want to do today is finish up with the hospital. Because there's some decoration around the edges that I want to do. Like, we need to finish up the ward and the reception and everything. You know, that'll be awesome. We also need to start building parole rooms. Okay, because look, we've got 3 prisoners up for parole already. And that's like a good 10 grand that we could just start bringing in, you know, that will put us back up to 400k. Of course, it's not going to put us up to 400k, because by then, nice, I would have spent all of our money. But we are now at 400k because of this grant completion bonus, which is pretty nice. We can get rid of this holding cell now. There we go. Make sure the deployment is still set to staff only. That's nice. It doesn't look like these are, though. Weirdly. Look at this. Little pockets of non-staff only areas. I mean, what's that about? Let's just ignore that, shall we? That's absolutely fine. That staff room is definitely staff only. I mean, this is all fine. Yeah, okay, cool. There's nothing in the hospital that we want to do. Although, like I said before, I kind of want to build them like a little staff room or some kind of centre over here. I was also thinking we could give the hospital like its own power supply, you know? Like, I thought that might be quite nice. If they had their own power supply and maybe water supply as well. We could put some showers in here. Might be quite nice for people after they've been in the hospitals to kind of come and have a shower, you know? Like, we could turn these into like a toilet shower combo thing. But I think for now we're just gonna move on with some of the decorations, okay, and like, you know, getting these rooms fully functional. So one thing we need to do is get this ward up and running, okay. So like unlike the other rooms that we've already done, where we've got these individual kind of rooms with like chairs and shit like that, this is going to be like a slightly more shared ward, okay, for when shit has really hit the fan. All right. Now we're going to need. Oh look, glass windows. We could try putting some glass windows in here, couldn't we? This could be quite nice. Instead of having bars on the windows, we could try glass windows, okay? I mean, I have a good feeling about this. I think it's going to really improve the health and well-being of the prisoners in this hospital if they have glass windows on their rooms, okay? Because, I mean, what doesn't make you feel better than having a little bit of sunshine just coming in through a window, you know? Just poking in and making your day just that little bit better, you know. Absolutely nothing, of course. So we're gonna roll out the windows all the way throughout this prison. Okay, we're gonna put some here, maybe a couple on these ends as well, just like that. So let lots and lots of light into the rooms. We're gonna put. Yeah, we'll put some on like this near wall. I think that'll look nice, and then we'll do a similar thing down here. We may even like double up on the front just to make it look really kind of, you know, professional. I think that's going to look really cool. Like all of those windows are going to really brighten up the place. We will of course need some radiators and stuff as well. I haven't yet dealt with the hot water situation, but what we are going to do is at least make sure that this hospital is heated to the best of our abilities. So if we put a radiator there, one here and one here. And then maybe like, I don't know, one up in this top corner. I think it's probably going to need it, right? We'll put one up here as well. Okay, so all of those will be hooked up. Hopefully that will heat up the entire hospital to a reasonable temperature, so that all the sick people can you know, stay nice and warm and heated and just generally recover a bit quicker. Now, where the hell are the hospital beds? There they are. Medical beds, right. There's one there. Yeah, definitely one there. And I think we can get away with putting one down here as well, which is quite nice. I was kind of tempted to decorate this bottom corner with something more interesting, but I think, like I said, these rooms are going to be kind of for emergencies and like prisoners that are, you know, they behave themselves and we don't have to worry about them. So we can take a couple of liberties, all right? You know, we can kind of cram them in a little bit more than we would necessarily normally. We'll give them chairs, you know, so that yet again, like if there are any friends in the prison that want to come and kind of sit by their side and keep them company, they can do. But rather than giving them a TV, which I think would be, you know, a divisive problem, because if they've all got TVs and they've all got volume on them, then there's just going to be arguments. We're going to give them a radio. Okay, just one radio between the three of them. It's going to be controlled by the two people in these beds. Whoever's in this bed, it's kind of tough luck, unfortunately. But you know, at least then they can all listen to some music together. You know, it's like a bonding exercise. They can like put on the latest Barry White song, or I mean maybe not Barry White, unfortunately. But they you know, they can put on whatever tunes it is that they like listening to, and then they can have a little jam. Like perhaps if they're feeling better, they can get up and have a little dance. You know. It'd be kind of nice, I think. We'll give them some pot plants, of course, because you know it wouldn't be a hospital room if it didn't have pot plants in it. And I think we might need to put a couple more lights in here, because it is looking a little bit dim in these back corners. All right, so like maybe just like that, just to make sure the whole area is lit up really nicely. Okay, because we want it to be lit up nicely so the doctors and stuff can see what they're doing. That's looking pretty fantastic now. Okay, we've got a decent number of hospital beds. It's not necessarily as many as we'd get if we just like... Oh, look at that. Grant completed. What was that? Oh, the long-term... Oh, thank fuck for that. No more long-term grant. Yeah, like, it's not necessarily as many beds as we'd get in if we just converted this entire space into one huge room. But I think this is much nicer, right? We've got our psychologists in here. We've got, like, these segregated rooms that, like I said, in a pinch, we can, like... You know, set some of them to be deployed to like protective only, or whatever it is that we need to bring in here. You know, if there's an event that kind of dumps a load of prisoners from another prison on us, and like there's any kind of that we haven't dealt with, we might be able to put them in here. Like maybe we can just quickly convert these into cells. I don't know if medical beds count. We'll soon find out though, won't we? Now, let's get to decorating this reception room. Okay, now we need to do this corridor slightly. I think this corridor will look much nicer if we get some pot plants in it. Don't you agree? Like if we just get a couple of pot plants like that, and then maybe some vending machines, so that people can kind of just come straight in, like get themselves some snacks and stuff if they're feeling hungry, or just need a little bit of blood sugar, like, you know, in order to kind of deal with whatever the horror is that they're dealing with for coming in here. We're going to have a reception desk, of course. It's totally unnecessary. We don't need a reception desk at all. But again, like it's all for roleplay purposes, right? I think it will look quite nice to have a reception desk that has a potted plant between them. Okay, and we'll get a couple of office chairs in here as well. Where are they? I'm sure, like, at some point we're going to look at this room, and there'll just be prisoners sat in these office chairs, like, pretending to be the receptionists. And, of course, we're going to have to, like, punish them somehow, probably by sending them back to their rooms, which is a real punishment when their rooms are full of, like, TVs and shit like that, right? But where the hell is the office chair? I've lost the office chair. I've probably scrolled straight past it. I imagine you're screaming at me for being such a numpty and just going straight past the thing that I'm currently looking for. Let's just share. There it is. Okay, so we've got two in stock as well, which is quite nice. I think we'll also we'll use some dining chairs to set up like a little waiting room area. Okay, because that's what you get in hospitals, right? Isn't it? Now let's get rid of that one, and we'll curve them round the corner like this. Because again, like, it's the kind of thing I'm used to seeing in hospitals, and then they put something in this bottom corner. You know, like normally maybe a little table, or just for instance, perhaps a pot plant. Like that, okay? So this hospital is going to have, like, a seriously good supply of oxygen going into it, okay? Because there's enough pot plants in here to, like, supply an entire rainforest. You know what? Just to finish it off, I think we'll just, in this space next to the doors, I think, yeah, we'll put a pot plant, okay? Just here. Lovely. Look at this. It's like the Rainforest Cafe in here, okay? So maybe that's what we'll call this hospital, alright? The Rainforest Cafe Memorial Hospital. I don't think that works, unfortunately. Around the outside, two trailer park girls go around the outside. I think we should probably just grass it all up, shouldn't we? Really. I mean, even if it's just for now, because I haven't quite decided what it is I want to do with the outside space. Like, if we do want to kind of build a little room, you know, for them to have a little staff room kind of on site, or if we're just going to leave it as a nice open space. What's going on over here? Excuse me. Oh my god. There's a riot breaking out. I hadn't even noticed that the level had gone up so high. So the staff morale is only low now, which is good. Let's check what the prisoners' needs currently are, shall we? Warmth. Oh, of course. Yeah, guys, I'm really sorry. I'm not surprised that you need the warmth. Alright, it looks like we're going to have to try and deal with the boiler situation. Now, I had wanted to do, like, some fancy boiler work where we create, like, a hot water grid by connecting up boilers at different locations. I don't know if we're going to have time to do that now, because it looks like we're going to get some riots and stuff occurring if that is the case. I'm really sorry, guys. Like, I didn't mean to forget about your warmth needs. It's just, you know, I thought you were a bunch of hardened criminals. I figured you'd be alright for, you know, a few days. It's not that cold. I mean, it's 11 degrees right now. It's only autumn. So I'm sorry if, like, you know, I didn't realise that you were a bunch of pussies, basically. We're going to put one down there. We're also going to put one in the staff room like that. The kitchen doesn't need one because it's always warm enough. I guess we should probably put one in there. A couple of radiators in there. They're like, you know, common room space and everything. Maybe we should put one in each of their rooms. What do you think? Would it be nice to give them a radiator in their rooms? I think it might be. Like, we're just going to dump them in there for now. Because I've done a really messy job of setting up these rooms, honestly. Like, I can do a much better job. Next time, oh, excuse me, hang on. Jeez. Next time we come back, I think we will, we'll have a little look at this situation and see if we can, like, make these rooms look any better, okay? But these radiators should, in theory, help alleviate some of the stress that these guys are experiencing right now. Of course, we are going to have to hook them up to something. Hopefully, you know what, we might have to get a couple of extra guards in here, just to make sure. Okay, we do have the spare money too right now, so why not, you know? Of course, none of these guys are going to be going into solitary, they're all going into lockdown. I did see that. You son of a bitch. Right, you're being sacked. That's it, you're gone. He very nearly killed this prisoner. In fact, it does look like we may actually lose this prisoner, although he is going to be taken to the new medical facility, which is quite nice. He may bleed out before he gets there. I'm not 100% sure. I kind of get the feeling that they can't bleed out while a guard is escorting them. Like, I don't know if that is a thing or not. I'm not gonna bet a prisoner's life on it. But I've just in the past I've noticed that like they don't tend to die while being escorted necessarily. You know, that bar hasn't gone up any more than it was before. You know, but to finish things off, we're gonna get a couple of these lights outside the doors. All right, we'll get some bushes. Where are the bushes? Let's get some. Oh, maybe some mixed flowers. Like this, just along the front, like just some nice white flowers, okay. And we're going to get some street lights and stuff going across here. I don't know what we're going to do with these spaces yet. I'm not 100% sure. It's a bit wasteful just to have it like this. So maybe we'll put like a little shop here or something like that, you know. I don't know, we'll have a little thing. But we're going to leave it there for now. We finished up the medical centre. We're going to have to deal with the hot water situation next time. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Come and join us in Discord. And I will see you in the next video.